thoroughly disgusting show. Been sanitizing my hands for days, trying to get the stench of it off. God, I think I'm gonna do something a little more light-hearted. Well, let me check my list. Let's see here. Relationship show. Okay, what do we got here? Stuff that's overly sleazy, short-lived. Yeah, this one will do. Alright, roll the intro.
For sure. They both believe Sparks to be a total tool.
Be an exciting contest which shows that divorced couples can still have fun together, right?
Mythological hero H-list. C. On the spot dice spin.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
God. Alright, that's good enough. The 1990s saw a huge revival in relationship and dating game shows. Stuff like Studs, The Love Connection, Change of Heart, Blind Date, the revivals of the Newlywed Game and Dating Game, singled out on MTV. There were a lot of really solid and really good relationship game shows. Now, what makes a pretty terrible relationship game show? Well, it's got to be overly sleazy, it's got to be uncomfortable to watch, and something has to be really, really off about it. Bonus points if you're ripping off a successful format. Double those bonus points if you're the production company that created the original show and you're ripping it off. I give you Bedroom Buddies.
People, thank you for being with me again tonight. I am Bobby Rivers and welcome to Bedroom Buddies. A fun new show. On this show we take three couples, single or married, and we bring them here to find out just how well they know the person they're sleeping with. As usual, three great couples. Let's meet tonight's Bedroom Buddies.
Already during the intro, Bedroom Buddies isn't trying to hide the fact that it's a variant of Studs. It's the same style of intro used for Studs. And you know what? I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, and let me try to get this back on track. Bedroom Buddies debuted in August of 1992. Hosted by Bobby Rivers, three couples are asked rather risque questions about what happens while they are doing it. And by couples, I mean anybody from boyfriend-girlfriend to husband and wife for 20-odd years. If they're doing it, they're able to do this show. But here's my question. Why? I know Bob Eubanks said in various interviews while talking about the Newlywed Game that couples really bared their souls for a toaster. But the Newlywed Game was really tame compared to what Bedroom Buddies had. Now, my question is this. Was there any redeeming qualities about Bedroom Buddies? Well, I did find one, and here it is. And playing the role of Mark DiCarlo tonight is Bobby Rivers. Bobby Rivers at this time had done both VJing and hosting a really cool talk show for VH1, and before that, tons of local and syndicated programming. He was almost the replacement for Siskel and Ebert on PBS before they nixed their movie reviews entirely. And I'm not going to mince words here. This guy is really talented, and it shows here on this show. He was able to get a lot out of the couples and come up with some funny zingers despite the awful material he was given. I just wish this guy got more work in the 2000s and 2010s. So the part they got right out of everything was the host. So what about that format that executive producer Howard Schultz Xeroxed from Studs to put into Bedroom Buddies? Let's talk about the set for a second. It's the same set as the Studs set, but with minor alterations. The Studs logo is replaced with the Bedroom Buddies logo, and while the Studs set had a love seat arrangement for the Studs, a big chair for Mark, and the sofa for the ladies, the producers got really cheap and had 7 chairs that looked like the same for the show. It's a bit depressing if you ask me. You have to wonder why you couldn't spend the money and get 3 similar love seats like the one on Studs, and have different colors to differentiate the couples. It smacks of not paying attention to your own show. Not only that, if you're talking about lovemaking on the show, love seats are a pretty decent way to go since they could be on one side and then get close with the kissing when they get a question right without having to worry about the arms of the chairs getting in the way. Just stands to reason to do that, but instead it looks like a college production of Studs on the backdrop of a local talk show. So let's talk about the Xeroxed format now. The couples are posed with a pretty lewd phrase by Bobby, and then 3 more lewd statements that one half of each of the couples gave. It is up to the other half to figure out what the partner said. Each correct prediction earned the shows the equivalent of a stud's heart, and that would be a pillow falling from the sky or flung at them by a stagehand. You know what? Why couldn't Bobby just hand the pillows to them or to the contestants? You know, even at 20 feet, a pillow could still cause some damage. Anyways, another problem that I have is the writing of the prompts. They are try-hard levels of cringe. Having to weave so many bad puns and comparisons makes me wonder if the writers from the show are the current writing staff for Family Guy. Studs worked in generalities such as how they look or some of the habits during the date, and it worked there. They didn't have to weave a bad tale to get to the destination. If this was the way to differentiate the show from Studs, it was pretty bad. The second round had Bobby asking an either-or statement given by one partner. Their partner must then guess which one they said. A correct answer is worth a pillow. This round is okay, and the crudeness varies, so at least they aren't trying too hard to be edgy. You know what, sometimes the couples will also veer into that barricade, but more often than not, it's like every single Newlywed Game clone that has come out since the 60s. The final round sees a return to the first round's tries way damn too hard ways, but instead of a statement about their bedroom habits or their dark secrets, it's now where would they like to go so that they can, as Bobby says the rules, steam up the sheets and have the ultimate bedroom fantasy. The men would make their guesses while the females reveal. Getting it right doubles the amount of pillows earned, and the team with the most pillows wins the game and lives out their bedroom fantasies in one of the locales they chose. But I'm not quite so sure. My thing is that they either did send them on the trips, or the most logical one is doing the same thing as Studs and paying them $250 or so like that, so that's the seed money to get them to their destination. I mean, this was produced as the same people as Studs, and also it just goes to reason. Another thing that makes me wonder is why did they have to go through this entire rigmarole when all they had to do is ask where they'd like to go on their fantasy date? But they're trying too hard to be provocative here, and it comes off as really lame. And that's the reason I think the show is absolute crap. Studs didn't need to try to be provocative, as it all came out naturally, especially with all the personalities on stage, whether it be the Studs or Studettes or the prodding of Mark DiCarlo. It seemed like the fun of the show was spontaneous rather than scripted or contrived. Bedroom buddies tried to force the lewdness and outrageousness of Studs for the couples lane, and it came off as painful to listen and watch. Not only that, this was 1992, and people weren't ready for stuff like that, and what people did behind closed doors. At least not until Loveline a few years later. It's no surprise that the show lasted only about a month. It was either bad schedule filler or a genuine effort to create the Studs spin-off, but how it was executed, I couldn't tell. And that's the reason enough for me to say that this show was the game show equivalent of a Dutch oven. Little known factoid when it comes to the induction. About a year or so ago, tapes of Bedroom Buddies appeared on eBay. I think it was almost the entire run, as the listing said. I decided to put a minimum bid on it, but then I got outbid at the end, and somebody else wound up with the tapes and posted them on YouTube. And all I gotta say is this. Thanks for dodging that pillow for me. Thank you very much. That's going to do it for this edition of Game Show Garbage. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. Leave a comment. Tell us what you'd like to see. Become a subscriber to this YouTube channel if you like the content. Give it a thumbs up because that gets the formula that YouTube does to get more people to watch this. And if you like videos a day earlier than anybody else, become a Patreon backer at patreon.com/GameShowGumbo. I'm Cyndi Settlement, and until next time, bye-bye! Thank God that's over with. Still feel unclean.